I'm cost effective for all my wrongdoings. I'm a send a raise, put a picture on my shillings with my shoe in. My tune in, get a clue bum, y'all got the wrong son. Ever took the rain and had best wit a cold flame. Gemini is the name. Train wreck on the day, then it's back to humping a roller blade. Yeah, you can say I was naked on the way. Pager lookin' paid, nah, it's made wit a bang bang nigga. I'm like the fucking strength from when they call they. Dumb little minimal lyrical sus residual. I'm the literal pickle, still giving off what's spiritual. Whenever I'm lonely thinking about a bitch, I remember it's Reggie waiting for me with a fix. Or ever heard that saying, either it's you or you're surrounding yourself with pricks. That's why growing up I never liked the people in my grade. Then the upper class men looked down on me in the shade. Bug bites all night, bum fights and blonde dykes. Fucking disgusting little rats. At least I got a Final Fantasy human attribute telling me I'm decent with all stats. Brain dead lameness, I'm off with a crest without the fake flex. Who the fuck are you telling me I can't put clank last? That means I'm in my lane, splash. Capital C, my name stands. Here is an interview question that we don't got to save for the bitches. I had a period when I was 12 and pissing blood when they put me down the aesthetic and took painkillers just to be able to tolerate walking to the bathroom. I'm out soon? Haha, I guess the fact's true. Let me repeat the answer, sir. Yes, when I had surgery when I was 12 years old for my so-called hydrocele, they put a catheter in my dick and was pissing blood when I woke up and shaking for weeks because I couldn't get past the pain to be able to go to the bathroom or do daily tasks. Who knows what will happen? Every day is a new planned attack, man. Or else it feels like that. Why can't I look at a coffee mug with a letter on it without it being translated through a song simultaneously? The snuts interaction with dissing each other off the bat. Or is it a fact that he's the one teaching me how to rap? So many answers and so many questions. Life-to-life interactions. Are they being remembered? Why is it every girl saying that's the scariest part? Memory. Answers. Spiritual awakening. A plot unfolding into itself with every person playing a part. It's in the light and it's in the dark. I'm sorry that I'm spoiling interview questions, but still my favorite one has to be the beginning to all this, hence my last line stating that same feeling as like getting your first piece of music equipment. I digress. As it follows, I'm talking about the interaction between me and XQC when I was in a hotel room for an unreasonable captivation of actual scarcity through human trafficking. The story I'm talking about is the time I was playing Diablo 3 and watching an XQC video at the same time, and I was wandering through a forest on my Xbox console while watching one of his commentaries, and I must have been walking around, I think, what was called the Field of Misery if I remember correctly, and about the 12 to 13 minute mark I had finally found my destination. Yes. The American dream is finally over as I clench to my stupid Xbox controller and figure out I'm finally done wasting time. Oh wow. WTF. Did XQC just say what I think he said? At that exact moment I was hovering over the cave to portal me through to the next part of the story mode. XQC faintly but sharply through my eyes says right there, wow. I immediately moved the video cursor to another part of the YouTube commentary, making sure it wasn't a live stream. Absolute divinity. As Cupid says, spare me the sparrow. He wants a name to last too. Or what if I think he does? Haha. So does Brad Pitt before he's going to war. Rhetorically speaking, I've had that same burst of energy before I go into a moment of rage or so-called answer to a prayer before I start writing. Or better known as the "Hey Megan, I'm going to be a rapper," haha, like she even gave a fuck until she heard my voice. I was just another high schooler that couldn't look her into her eyes or tell black from white. Maybe I was confused myself. Well, of course I was, because I was 17. That brings me to the lyric local runt of the bunch in my debut single that I remixed from Lord Quas. I'm glad Nick Winner or somebody actually who has a form of passion or repeated class that owns up to the I should have took the chance at the age of 17. You know what, that actually was heartfelt, believe it or not. Hey race, another story about a life form nobody has heard about. And the funny thing is punchline worthy is haha I've never heard of the person either if you think about it. One day I took a stroll outside my house which was right next to Wood Ranch Park and there was an old lady sitting by herself. Me being Mr. YMCA didn't care about the age, I was just looking for a nice chat. To sum it up, we said our hellos and me conceitedly speaking said to the 75-year-old woman, "You have no idea who I am, do you?" She immediately says, "Who are you?" I said, "A listener." As she turns her head away in disappointment, I chuckled inside. With all the people watching I've done and even with interactions I've had from your local GameStop, that I met a dirty blonde not so smart overly geeked young man who wanted to do nothing but find a friend and maybe come over to my house on first notice of a conversation. Funny thing is, I told him of course you can come over and even introduced him to my mom. Well, after he asked to meet her, LOL. He really was kind of weird. To free basketball nights at the park with a boombox playing. To me skipping out on $500 swim lessons from a rich snob, a dumb fucking bitch of a mom wanting her son to learn how to swim. I would say I'm a man of class with really trying not to waste anybody's time. And yes, I did just say this mother was paying $500 to other instructors at the Sherwood Country Club for her son. I still have her number in my phone. No, I never did once call her. As Eminem says, tell these people something they don't know about me. Well, I really am just a man who was once 9 years old who liked to get a new pair of glasses and wear them to school only to get murmured and made fun of by these two clowns who were sitting about 10 yards from me. But hey, race the real question, Mr. Eminem. Why did I never consider Kyle Douglas a school friend? Well, he did drop out of Christian school when I was in 2nd grade and really only had time with him there from kindergarten. It really was an interesting school with personal interactions. Even though I had more fun with Mitchell and Kyle after hours. I mean, Austin Ochoa was fucking so funny and the best friend. I remember playing basketball with Austin Ochoa and we were messing around and playing with one of the Balta brothers. Can't remember both of their names, but I think it was Logan Balta who had me and Austin Ochoa on the fucking floor laughing our fucking asses off when we were about 10 years old. I really couldn't get off the floor, I was dying of laughter. But really, what is my sentiment? That's easy. My clarity and foundation are from people like Coach Snyder. People like Brian McQueen. People like Mitchell who spin around in a twist after teaching a kid how to swim in enjoyment. Why can't I swim anymore? Well, I need surgery. My sentiment was always this: I'm either listening to music in my room, or I can listen to music on the job over the speakers and make money while interacting with people as a lifeguard. And to me, that motto is beauty.